All right, so have you ever been sitting in stop and go traffic on your Harley Davidson touring model thinking how much the hydraulic clutch really sucks? Or maybe you're doing low speed maneuvering thinking, man, I gotta let this clutch all the way out essentially just to get the power to the rear wheel. Well, hopefully I can help some of you out today. I know it's really helped me out. My name is Heckshot. Thank you for joining us and tuning in. If you enjoy what we do here, or this video helps you out in any way, we have a bunch of other videos that can maybe help you out or entertain you. Please make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. The thing that every YouTuber asks you to do, but I'd really like you to do it for our channel because it helps us out and you can help us grow and join our community here on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Let's go ahead and get started. So what is this thing? This is the Aero, it's the Oberon Aero adjustable clutch lever. This company is in the UK and they make clutch and brake levers for Harley Davidson, Ducatis, all of that good stuff, but we're just talking about touring models with hydraulic clutches today. Didn't do the brake lever yet, but if I do that, I will make a separate video for the brake lever. But today we're just talking about the clutch lever, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and then we're going to jump down onto the bike, and then I'll show you how it works. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This, of course, is the Aero model. So it's got a little cutout. It's made out of billet aluminum. There's roller bearings inside of this thing. And basically what it is it's their radial cam design. So what you have is from the factory on a Harley Davidson touring model with a hydraulic clutch, basically it's almost all the way out before you get power to the rear wheel. So what Oberon did is when they send it to you, it's going to be in position 4, which is basically OEM. So with that radial cam design, each click, you can now go 4 clicks past position 4, all right, to even further the travel before you get power to the rear wheel. Or you can bring it closer to the grip, which was my intentions, so your clutch is going to engage much quicker than it would from a factory hydraulic clutch. So this is the easiest thing I've ever installed in my life. Basically, you take you're going to need a pair of snap ring pliers. Take the snap ring out from up underneath your pivot pin that holds your clutch lever in place. Take your old clutch lever out, put your new one in, make sure it lines up with the ball and the detent and all that good stuff. Pop it in place, put your C-clip that you had from the factory back in place, make sure it's all tight, and you're good to go. I mean, it is a super easy install, so really appreciate that. Basically what this is going to give you is over an inch in travel now where you didn't have any adjustability at all in the stock lever. You have precision roller bearings in this thing. You have a 3mm ball bearing for the click guide, and they basically call it a one-finger operation because it is just that easy to operate this thing. You have stainless steel fasteners. You have a short reach capability for weaker dexterity in your hands, maybe carpal tunnel, which I'm very familiar with, or if you're an older person, or if you just don't want to have that much pressure on the clutch lever to get power to the rear wheel. Now you have a bunch of adjustments. So let's hop on the bike. I want to show you how this thing works because it's really impressive. I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, so now we're on the bike and I want to show you how this clutch lever works. Mrs. Heckshot's going to show you a close-up here, and just to give you an idea of what this looks like compared to the OEM one, what you have, let's get that set up right there. So here's the OEM lever, obviously. It would sit somewhere about right there. You're going to lose a little bit of length compared to the OEM. Not much, but it feels like quite a bit. So if you notice where your bend is here in the lever compared to where the bend is here, it's not as drastic, I feel, in the OEM. So even with my smaller hands, sometimes I feel like my hand's a little bit cramped up on this, but I'm just a matter of getting used to it. But there's the difference right there. On Oberon's website, again, they're based out of the UK. They have different styles. Of course, this one's the Aero. And then there's different blade and switch colors that you can get. But through hog leverage, they have the black and the chrome. That's it. So let me show you how this thing works. So again, installation is super easy. You have a snap ring under here. Pin comes out, all that good stuff. You put the new one in, make sure it lines up with your ball that's already on the bike and all that good stuff. Super easy to do. It's going to come at a level 4. Here's your radial cam, and you're going to be able to go 4 positions this way, 4 positions this way. So if I do it actually this way, so this is like the OEM adjustment here. Then I can go position 5, 6, 7, or 8 right there, which is, I mean, all the way out. It's way past OEM as far as the pull. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, we're back at OEM, and then 1, 2, 3 right there. Okay, so you have 8 positions all together, starting from position 4, which is OEM. So let's start up the bike. I'll show you what each one of these positions look like, starting with the OEM, and then we'll work our way all the way from 8 down to 1. All right, so I really wanted to do this on the bike with the bike started, but it's just way too loud. I can't do it. But let me at least show you what each one of these positions look like. So I'm going to start with position 4 here. Which is basically OEM leverage there. So now I'm going to turn it back up to position 8, which is which is insane. I mean, but if you have bigger hands, this may work out really well for you. I don't know. So position 8, notice the distance between the end of the grip, the ball on the grip, and the hand grip itself. That's a long ways out to grab, but again, it's nice having all of those adjustments. So here's position 7. Position 7 is going to narrow the gap just a little bit. Again, way too long out there for me, but here's position 6. You see that gap start to narrow just a little bit more. 1 1/8 inches, which is just, it's amazing how much of a difference that makes. Here's position 5. All right, position 5, getting close to that OEM hydraulic clutch area. Here's position 4 for reference. And even that is just, it feels really far out. Here's position 3. This is where it starts to grab a lot quicker. There's a really big gap from 4 to 8, from 4 to 1. There's a huge gap. Here's position 2. You can see I over-clicked, but it's so easy to get it back in position. It's not a problem. Each click is very positive. There's position 2. And here's position 1. And this is where I like to keep it, because look at this. Look how much the gap has narrowed from the time we started to now. It's amazing how much of a difference that this makes. It really is. And it's so cool that you can do this on the fly if you want. If you have weaker hands or weaker dexterity in your hands, maybe you're a woman, maybe you have smaller hands like I do. There's nothing wrong with that. Or if you have larger hands and you need to go the opposite way, you can pretty much do whatever you want with this, with just a little bit of adjustment with that radial cam, and every click is very positive in place. All right, so hopefully that gives you an idea of how much just over 1 inch, 1 inch and 1/8 of an inch adjustment is what you have here. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's huge when you're talking about these levers. I mean, you can really bring that thing all the way out or bring it way closer to the grip, which again is so much easier if you have weaker dexterity in your hands, you're doing low speed maneuvering, or you do a lot of stop and go traffic, commuting, whatever the case may be. This is a lifesaver, and I can see where the brake lever would be good as well, increasing or decreasing the sensitivity of the lever. So we may have to try that one in the future, if anything, just to get the levers to match. One thing again that I noticed is that lever feels quite a bit smaller than the OEM. It is a little bit shorter, so it's just something you'll have to get used to, but in my opinion, it has been a lifesaver, and I can tell such a huge difference, especially doing low speed maneuvering. I'll have to show you maybe the difference of that in a future video. So if this video helped you at all, or you liked it, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and leave us a like, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think about the Oberon radial cam lever, and thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one, and as always, hold the rubber side down.